if you can get outside. Start with a little walk as your warm-up, and then let me show you a couple stretches you could do at any time and a couple other things you can do while you're on your walk for some leg strengthening, for some core strengthening, a little bit of upper body strengthening when you can find a bench. All right, join me, let's go. So this is a good stretch. One heel down. You gotta do these calf stretches all the time. In the beginning, you can do quicker ones, but be gentle, don't bounce. You don't wanna pull your Achilles tendon off the bone. And then at the end, do longer holds, like 30 seconds. Okay, so you just did your warm up, you walked here, you're walking. So now find a curb. You can use the curb for an up, up, down, down. You just have to remember to pick your feet up really high each time. Overcompensate. I'd rather you lift your foot up higher and not trip yourself. After you've done about 10 to 15 with your right leg first, switch to your left. 10 to 15. Okay, another good one. Prop that foot up behind you on the curb. Get your balance. This is where all the core comes in. And then lunge. Just a little dip down and up. After about 10 to 15, try to hold it. So we just did about 10 or 15, and then hold it, hold it, hold it. Now here's the core. If my left leg's in front, I go left. Use your core to rotate. Don't rotate too far, don't hurt your back, just enough. Okay, after about 10 to 15, you guessed it, switch sides. Got my other leg back on that curb. This foot's pretty far forward because you don't want your knee to go over your toe. You want your knee to stay right over your ankle. Okay? Core tight, and here we go. Little dips down and up. If you don't like the little dips, if it bothers your knees, just hold it. Hold, hold, hold. Those isometric contractions work just as well, really well for strengthening. And then also your eccentric contraction. So that's where you go down a little slower. That's the eccentric contraction. Okay, then once you've done all that, you can add in that core rotation. Core rotation. So my right leg's in front now, so I'm going right, center, right, center. And I like to open my chest and not be all closed up in a little ball. So that's why I always do this. I like to keep the chest open, the shoulders down and back at all times when I'm working my core to promote a good healthy spine, nice straight spine alignment. Okay, if you want to do a little bit more, you can walk more and then find a curb and you can work on some side squats. It's an offset squat. So one foot's up on the curb, one foot's down, and you do your regular old squat. But don't bend forward. Stay tall, stay tall. Okay, after about 10 to 15, switch to the other side. This is an instructional video, so remember, you can pause it, do your thing, and then push play again. Or you can rewind, review, and you can do this too. Now you can do all these exercises about 2 or 3 times along your walk as you're walking. Just space it out, walk a little in between, find the next bench, find the next curb. And now let's find our bench. Here we go. You found a nice bench. Okay, a little tricep dips. So you can walk your feet out, lift your bottom just right off the bench, hold yourself up straight and tall, and some little dips down and up. You don't have to go super low, be gentle on those shoulders. But try for about 10 to 15 of those, and then just scoot your booty back up when you need a break. If you want to try a variation of this one, you can walk the feet out a little farther, or you could even lift one leg up. Ooh, now we're getting pretty fancy. But anything with one side at a time, one leg at a time, it's going to make your core work a little bit harder to balance and maneuver. All right, next one, you can flip it right on over. You can be on the lower side or the higher side for some little push-ups. If you don't want to go all the way down and up, remember, you can just hold too. That's a plank, that's great. You know your plank variations here. Keep your back really straight, really flat. You can try any variation you want here. Little leg lift, squeeze your glutes, maybe a little knee, maybe a little heel to your butt. A little booty kicker. Awesome. If you want to go around to the other side, it's higher, a little bit easier. You can use this for some sprinter starts running, little toe taps. if you want to get the heart rate up a little bit. Or just do your regulars, the push-ups, the little leg raises, knee drives. You've got lots of options here, so utilize it. Okay, then you can continue on your walk a little bit more. But just please make sure you stretch again at the end. So a lot of people stretch in the beginning for their warm-up. Great, perfect. We've got to stretch again at the end and hold it longer and relax into the stretch. So prop one foot up on the bench and hinge forward towards your toe. You can keep your back straight and flat if that feels better, or you can round your back, but hold each of these for 30 seconds. Now I'm gonna slide across, do my other leg. You get the idea. For your quads and your hip flexors, very important. You can sit and push one leg way back, just don't fall off the bench, and then reach that same arm up. So hold for 30 seconds, maybe even tilt. And then switch, that leg way far back, arm up, tilt. Okay, your calf stretch. Use any part of the bench to push one leg back. That is the heel that you're really interested in pressing down to the ground and stretching the calf and Achilles tendon. Hold for 30 seconds. If you'd rather come around to the other side, do it on the other side. And you really, really want to keep yourself flexible for range of motion, for mobility, but also to prevent the cramping and the stiffness and the shin splints and all of that stuff. All right, the piriformis stretch. Cross one ankle right on top, not a full cross, just that sock or that ankle right on top of the other leg if you can. If you can, just cross it lower, that's fine. But sit up really straight and tall. That muscle you're feeling is the one you're stretching, the piriformis muscle. You could tilt forward a little bit with a straight back, with a rounded back, but you guessed it, 30 seconds and then switch. It's really important to stretch that piriformis muscle so that you're not putting too much pressure of tight muscles on your sciatic nerve. That is the muscle that sits right on top of the sciatic nerve. Okay, very, very important stretch, the posture stretch. So if you're doing a lot of pushing or planks or things like that, you've got to stretch your shoulders back and be in good posture. So just lightly hold on with one side and turn your body away from that hand to stretch the shoulder back, so you're emphasizing really good posture. Hold for 30 seconds and then switch. You can even add in some neck stretches here as well. So since I'm stretching my left arm, I'm going to turn my head away to the right and find different angles with my head and my neck to stretch. Same thing on this way. Right hand is up, so I'm looking away to the left and finding different angles. Nice big wide base of support. Don't forget your posture stretches. They're very important. Some of you might be flexible enough for the quad stretch this way, so you can hold on, reach up, grab that ankle. Maybe you want to go opposite, arm to leg. Maybe that's a little easier. But try to keep your knee down. You don't want it way out to the side. Try to keep that knee down right next to your other leg. And if you're really wanting to work on some balance, you can reach that arm up. Otherwise, I think it's really smart to hold on while you do stretches so that you're not mixing too many things at once and have an accident. Okay, I hope that you utilize this. Please have fun and stay lively, my friends, during this time of hibernation